Hi, welcome to RGSP from home. Today we're going to do a strength workout. So we're going to focus on going through some sets and reps of some exercises and building some muscular endurance in your legs, core, and a little bit of upper body. Okay, muscular endurance is that ability for a muscle or muscle group to undergo repeated contractions and avoiding fatigue. All right, so we're going to go through the warm-up. We're going to do a quick warm-up, 2 rounds. We're going to start with inchworm. So we're going to be walking out from standing out onto our hands. I'm going to do 5 reps of these. Nice, steady, small steps with your hands. Back to standing. Once you've done them, a little shake off. We're going to do some lunges now. So we're going to do 2 lateral lunges, so sideways, and then 2 forward lunges. So the lateral lunge, we're just warming this up. We're going to take a step out and sitting down into it, step out the other way. And then you're going to do a forward lunge, take a step forward, and then on the other leg. We're going to do that 3 times. Big step out with the lateral lunges, keeping this leg straight. And with the forward lunges, just sinking down into it, sinking the hips down. Once more. Okay, then we're going to practice a little bit of balancing. So we're going to do a single leg RDL into a high knee. Okay, so we're going to go standing leg. I'll start on my left. I'm going to go RDL back and then come up into a high knee. Okay, so we're practicing this balance on this standing leg. I'm going to do a few more. So it's 4 in total. Okay, then we're going to do the other leg. Okay, and that's 4 on each side. And then we're going to do some clockwork hops. So imagining a clock face. You've got 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. You're going to do little hops out to each one of them and returning back to the middle of the clock. So on my left, I'm going to start off with little hops. So I'm going to do hop out, taking off and landing same leg, and then hopping back, making sure you're sticking landing between each one. It's not continuous. Out to the right, and then out to backwards, and then out to the left. Now I'm going to switch legs. Okay, and you're going to do that 2 more times. So we're really practicing our balance now. Keep going through. So back onto your left leg. Balance, we're working on our ability to maintain our center of mass over our base of support. So as we move, we're challenging that as we're moving the center of mass to a different base of support on the landing. Okay, and this one, so we practice some static whilst the leg is staying still and we're moving, and then we're practicing some more dynamic movements as we're hopping around. Okay, once you've done the clockwork hops 3 times each side, we're going to do 1 more round of that warm-up. All right, so I'm going to go back into the walkouts or your inchworms, standing out to walking out. Nice and steady away, short steps. And that's 5. Okay, next back into those lateral lunges and forward lunges. Taking a step out to the side, keeping this leg straight and pushing off that outside leg. I'm just going to load then to demo. Then we're going to do some forward lunges. Forward lunge each side, and then back to our lateral. So 2 lateral lunges, 2 forward lunges. And nice work. Okay, then into that balancing again. So this time what I'm going to do, just to help work on my balance, I'm going to take my shoes off, put them over to the side a bit. So now we can help grip the floor by using our bare feet instead of having a lot of cushioning in our shoes. So we're going to go with that single leg RDL to high knee. Oop. And we're doing 4 of them each side. You don't have to try and push the range too much by trying to reach out all the way back, just enough so that we're challenging that standing leg into a high knee. That's 4 each side. And the same again, you can keep your shoes off for the hops. Okay, so we're going to do the 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock. If you want to make it harder this time, you can make it more continuous between each one, go in and out. But I'm just going to keep going with the sticking each landing. So a little hop forward, little hop back, little hop to the right, back to the middle, out to the left, to the middle, and backwards, and back to the middle. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Doesn't matter exactly what order you go in, just as long as you get to those points. And then back to the left side, we're going to do that twice more on each leg. This time, I'm going to try and push it a little bit further. You may stumble, but that's fine because you're challenging yourself. And the other leg. Ooh. Nice one. Do one more rep of them each side. You're also working on your coordination here because there's a lot of moving parts. That's the ability to use different, either 2 or more, so not just the one, parts of your body together. So we're using our ankle, our hips, our upper body to try and balance as we go through those hops. Okay, so we're going to go into our strength circuits now. So the circuit being, we've got different exercises, like stations that we're going to move through. We're going to do 3 exercises per circuit, just 1 round of high repetitions, okay, working on that muscular endurance. So the first one is going to be skater hops, lateral lunges, and plank down ups. So with skater hops, we start from one side, we're going to do a nice, big, powerful jump, as long as we can stick the landing, so not too far, over to the side. There you go, and I've stuck the landing, and then just jumping back, that's 2. We're going to go for 10 in total, so 5 each side. That's 3. That's 4 each side. And that's 5. Next one is lateral lunges. We're going to do 20 repetitions each side. So the same movement that we did in the warm-up. You take a big step out to my side, sinking down into it, and pushing back up. Just getting down as low as you can. Even if it's just a little bit, that's fine. As you progress, you get a little bit lower. Try and keep track of your reps, counting in your head. As we're doing 20, it could be hard, you might lose count. I think I'm on around 10. 19. 20. Little shake it off. You want to be feeling it. A little bit in your glute, quad on the front of that leg, and a little bit in your groin on the inside of that leg because we're stretching out sideways. Okay, so we're going to the left leg now. Take a big step out to the left, pushing back up. So keep this leg straight. We're pushing back up quite powerfully off this left leg. Keep going. It's about halfway. $14, $15, $16, $17. And last one. Hopefully I counted correctly. I might have done a few more, a few less. Okay, and then the last one of this circuit is plank down ups. So we're going to go into an elbow plank, and you're going to push up onto your hands. So we go down onto our plank position, and then we go up and down. That's 1, 2, 3, and keep going just like that. You're going to try and keep our hips still, not shifting too far side to side. And our bum isn't too low or too high, just coming steady away through our reps. If this is too hard, just hold a plank, that's fine. I think I've counted correctly again. Losing track. Okay, so that's one circuit down. We're going to move into the next one now. Have a little bit of rest. We're going to do some, again, similar structure. Be a bit more focused on our glutes now. We'll have a minute or so. You don't want to be doing too much work with too little rest, because then it becomes kind of more aerobic, like those circuits or the interval training, whereas we want a bit more of a muscular endurance benefit, so we need to have a little bit more rest. Okay, circuit number 2, we're going to be going into broad jumps, glute bridges, and some floor angels. Okay, and I'll explain each one as we come to them. So broad jumps, it's a 2-footed jump out as far as you can, but provided you can stick the landing. So with a broad jump, start easy, don't have to push yourself straight off the bat, but so you're going to start off with sending your hips back, and jump in as far out as you can, okay? Then you can turn around and go back again. Or if you've got the space, you can pause and keep going. Okay, so I'm going to go again. This time I'm going to try and push it a little bit further. So the first one, to have my hands on the hips, just so you can focus on the legs. Now you can use a bit of that arm drive and go a little bit further. That's 3. We're going to do 2 more to make 5 in total. Last one. That's 5. Next, we're going to do some glute bridges. So we're lying on the ground, on our back, have our feet out in front, about almost like a 90-degree angle at the knee. And then we're just going to squeeze our bum up into the air and then back down. We're going to do 20 of them with a little pause at the top, so it's not too fast. 4, 5. I'm just really squeezing my bum as much as I can. And then I'm just touching the ground a little bit, not putting all my weight down. 10. I think that's about 10. 14. 16. Keep going all the way to 20. And one more for good luck. And done. Okay, and then the next one we're going to do is lying on our front. We're going to do some floor angels. So it's for our upper back and our shoulders. So I'm going to lie down on the ground, on my tummy, and I'm going to have my arms out in front, overhead. I'm going to sweep them round down to the side and onto my back, and then back out in front. Okay, so that was 1 rep. This time I'm going to do 20. But I'm going to try and keep my arms off the floor and off my back for the whole thing. Okay, so it's imagining you're drawing a snow angel, but face down. Nice and steady, not too fast. 3, 4. See, I'm going palms face up as I get to my back, and then as they come back round, palms face down. Once you've done 20, you finish there. Start to feel it burning your shoulders a little bit. That's good. That means it's working. And maybe in your upper back a little. Okay, so that's circuit number 2 done. Have a little rest again, and then we'll go into the last circuit. Whew. Okay, so circuit number 3, we're going to be doing some high skips. So it's our jumping movement, some reverse lunges, and Russian twists. So that high skip, it's going to be as if you're out on your outside on the pitch, and we're doing these skips in your warm-up, but this time we're just doing them stationary, with 1 step in, jumping as high as you can. So we're going to take a step in and jump. Then you can reset, do the other leg, take a step in and jump. Again, the other leg as high up as you can. So we're going to do 10 in total, or 5 each side. Take a step in. Nice big explosive movement. That's 3. That's 4 each side. And that's 5 each side. Once you've done them, we're going to do some reverse lunges, 20 each side. This time we're just going to do them alternating. So really smooth movement, working on a little bit more coordination now. We're switching sides and a bit of our balance. So I'll do them side on. You'll start with standing, and you're going to take a step back into a lunge, and then coming back in. And then we're going to alternate legs each side. So that's 1 each side. We're going to go for 20. So it'll be like 40 in total. Just go as low as you can. If you're feeling a bit sore at this point of the workout, that's fine. Just keep moving through it. Just a little range of motion. If you can get all the way down to the ground with that back knee, even better. Working on our balance on that front leg. Again, there's a lot of reps, so you might lose count a little bit. Let's just keep going. I'll be approximately there. I think I'm coming up to 20. That's halfway of the 40. We're also watching for this front knee. We don't want it wobbling too much side to side. So if we come front on, we don't want this wobbling in or out, just staying in line with our toes. Totally lost count now. Totally. That's all right, keep going. I think we've got 5 more each side. 3, 2, and 1. And rest. And then the last one, little core exercise, we're going to do Russian twists. Okay? So I'll do them side on for you. We're at a little bit of an angle. On the floor, sat down, going to lean back a little bit. Trying to brace a little bit of our core because we're having to hold it up. And so you, with your hands, come down to the side. Each side, we're doing 20 each side, or 40 in total, like the lunges. If that's too easy, lift your legs up off the ground, and then keep going. So you have to balance and use your legs now. Two, three. 10 more. 3, 2, 1, and rest. And that's the end of the session. Worked really hard there. Nice work. So we've worked on our balance, our coordination, and our muscular endurance. Okay. Again, for recovery, you can do a few stretches if you want, but most importantly, keep moving. Stand up, don't sit down straight away, and go for a walk if you can. Keep those hips and legs moving, and that'll stop them getting particularly sore and reduce that soreness in the next couple of days so you can keep moving and being active. Peace.